Oh, welcome. Come in, come in. Don't be shy. I won't bite. I'm so glad to see you. I was worried you wouldn't show up. I know it might seem weird, but we haven't gotten many responses to our ad. Not anywhere near what we were expecting, anyway. I was so sure it would attract customers like flies to honey, though. I mean, it just said out loud, hot Yandere singles in your area. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue so nicely? It's like music to the ears. I haven't the slightest clue why we weren't getting many customers. Even many of the ones who actually bothered making appointments with us ended up being no-shows. Maybe it's because we were asking for credit card information? That does seem to be a bit sketchy. Oh well, no point in worrying about that now. We finally got our customer. Let me just... Oh, yes, you're not leaving. I mean, you know what a yandere is, right? I once saw one swim in freezing water just to chase the boat his ex was on. It's not a pretty sight. I'm pretty sure he broke a few records, though. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that yanderes are crazy. Absolutely batshit insane. They're a few fries short of a Happy Meal, a few hands short of a picnic, one banana short of a bunch. Sorry, I like those kind of phrases. But, where was I? Yes, yanderes are crazy. Listen to me. We host yanderes, and we hook them up with people who actually want them. You know, the type of person who would click on a hot yandere singles in your area type of ad. You clicked on it. You gave us your credit card information. Heck, you even gave us your address. Good going there, Einstein. But you know what? It's even better news for me, because they want you too. And I'm going to give you to them. Because if I don't, they'll murder the ever-loving shit out of me and anyone I've ever talked to, which now includes you, I might add. So, yes, I know I might seem like some sort of evil mastermind here, but believe me, I'm not. I'm just another cog in the machine. The way this works is, I get people who actually want yanderes here. I hook them up with one of those said yanderes. Having more than one is a bad idea, obviously. Knives are bad for lives. Then the happy couple, or maybe they're not happy, why do I care? But that couple backs off to the middle of, I don't care where, and I get to keep my insides on the inside. I'm also getting paid. But the yanderes are only placated and non-stabby if they believe there's a steady stream of yandere lovers coming, and they'll get their happy end, eventually. So you best believe I'm keeping that dream alive, because my life depends on it. Also, my livelihood. So, let me tell you how this is going to go. I'm going to give you some files, some photos, some letters, blah blah blah. I'm going to tell you about some of the boys we have here, and you're going to pick one whether you like it or not. And then after that, here's your problem. Enjoy your happily married life, or whatever. Not sure if they settle for marriage, actually. Might be a bit of a downgrade compared to whatever type of union they want. Anyway, let's see what we have here. Good. Start with the ones most likely to murder me. Lewis? Oh no. It's like a 2 on the Andre scale. 3 at most. What about Zach? I don't think he's ever committed a murder, so that means at least he's a 6 at most. Well, he never committed murder that we know of. What about Owen? He did leave that knife on my bedside table to warn me to hurry up. But then again, they kind of all do stuff like that, don't they? Maybe I should just roll some dice. Oh, okay, you know what? Forget it. We'll just do this alphabetically. Okay, so here's the first boy. There's a description from us, a picture, a letter. The letter's not very coherent though, so I don't know how useful it would be. Oh well, at least you can see they have some pretty handwriting, unlike my hideous excuse for handwriting. I'm actually a bit jealous. Ah, look at me, being jealous. The Yanderes must be rubbing off on me. Anyway, don't worry. I'll tell you about him so you don't need the letter. His name is Adrian. He's actually pretty tame, hardly hurt anyone. That we can prove of. Anyway, maybe we should keep tight a watch on him, just in case. A few more cameras just to make sure he's only killed as many people as we know, and... listen to me talk. Going on about spy cameras. The boys must be rubbing off on me again. I can't let that happen. There needs to be at least one sane person in this establishment if we're going to keep it running. Now, where was I again? Before the spy cameras. Ah, right, Adrian. He's relatively tame, only a 2 on the Yandere scale. For reference, the existence of a boy who is on a 10 on the Yandere scale is a national emergency. Don't tell the government we have a few of those in the back, by the way. Wouldn't want them to shut this place down now, would we? Or maybe you do want them to shut this place down. But don't forget, we do have your address. Back to Adrian. He's only a light stalker. Wouldn't hurt a fly, unless that fly was a love rival. In which case he would sadistically pull the legs off that fly's family members one by one in front of its eyes before googling which bug spray hurts the most. Flies aren't human though, so it doesn't count as murder. He's still only a 2 on the Yandere scale, but like I was saying about him being a light stalker, well, maybe light isn't the right word. I mean, yes, stalking is light as far as the Yanderes go, but he goes all in when it comes to stalking, war paint and everything. He happens to be quite tech-savvy, you see. Now, obviously a skill like that is incredibly handy when you want to stalk someone. Just ask any intelligence agency. I think he's hacked a spy satellite or 2 for romantic reasons. Don't ask me how hacking a satellite remotely works. I don't know. But to give you an idea of just how good at stalking he is, he saw you before you even saw the photo of his. This room is full of cameras, actually. That painting on the wall? It's got a camera. The bust on my desk? It's got a camera. My coffee mug? It's got a camera. Everything has a camera. That being said, we don't normally grant the boys access to the cameras. That doesn't mean they don't get through, because through means beyond my technological competence, Adrian's figured out a way to get access to our cameras. So he's watching you this entire time. Wave at the camera for him, why don't you? Well, just wave anywhere. There's bound to be a camera in that direction. Is it a lot to take in? I'm sure it must be. Can I get you anything to help calm you down? Tea? Water? Coffee, maybe? I promise I won't give you a coffee mug with a camera in it. That would be a bit excessive at this point, even for us. No, you don't want anything to drink. Can't blame you there. That's a very good call after all. I mean, who takes a drink from a Yandere establishment? There's a 50% chance of it being drugged, and that's on a good day. Moving on. You must have gotten more than a good enough idea of what Adrian's like, right? Here's the file on the next boy. Benedict. Sorry about it being scented with perfume, by the way. He got a hold of it and did that. He also wrote a few lines at the bottom of what's supposed to be our description. about how he's the best and how he's the only one for you, and how those other boys were manipulative and just using you. You know, very standard stuff for a Yandere boy to say. Very run-of-the-mill. He also actually vandalized the files of the other boys, but luckily we have multiple backups for this very reason. I still keep Benedict's file here the same though. I just like the scent of the perfume. Oh, he's an excellent burglar. He's particularly skilled in breaking and entering. I know it might be weird to praise such a nefarious skill, but you've really got to see the boy work. He actually stole both the Mona Lisa as well as the Declaration of Independence just so he could make himself stand out as a potential boyfriend. Well, he certainly made himself stand out, to Interpol at least. I'm not so sure how being so good at breaking and entering and theft is supposed to make you appealing as a boyfriend, but I guess it's his way of saying, you can't run from me, so just accept me. I don't know, but you'll have to ask him. I'm sure you'll get the chance when he probably kidnaps you. I mean, you're not that hard to steal. You gave away your address like it's candy. No, I'm never going to let that go. Okay, next boy. That would be Callum. Callum. Where do I begin? Well, first of all, he is a wizard. But he's highly specialized, so he's more of an alchemist to be 100% accurate. And I'm sure you must know how Yandere alchemists are. Almost all of them go into the field just so that they can make a fabled love potion, so that they can get their chosen romantic partner to be a bit more, well, romantic and love them. But he took it a step further. It's not just enough for him to have a love potion. Oh, no. He has to make sure that he is the only one with a love potion. Because by his logic, if someone else has a love potion, then they can just use it on the person he already claimed. And Yanderes are nothing if not possessive. Especially Yandere wizards. So, the thing is, all love potions have this one very important ingredient in common, and that's a dragon's tongue. No, not the plant, the literal tongue of a dragon. So I'm sure you can see where this is heading. After securing a sufficient amount of dragon's tongues for his own use, he hunted the dragon to extinction. That way no one could ever make a love potion except him. Yeah, sorry, he's the reason you won't be able to get a dragon boyfriend. It was really quite impressive how he managed to hunt them all down, though. See, he made this acid out of the blood of, well, a lot of different things and people, but let's just say he had a way to hunt more than just dragons to achieve his goal. Anyway, that's why he's an 8 on the Yandere scale. Now, any questions? What? I'm sorry, my ears must be playing tricks on me. Did you just say, give me the most Yandere you've got? You know the absolute walking natural disaster I just told you about was only an 8 on the Yandere scale, and we've got 10s in the back. Are you sure you want this? Are you sure you know what you're doing? You do? That is amazing. I can't believe you like Yanderes this much. I'm starting to see why they like you. In fact, I'm starting to like you a bit more myself. I'd even go so far to say, I want you to myself. What do you say?